A WWE Championship about to be stripped. WWE stars are frustrated with the company Backstage. An AEW star frozen out. And more. I'm Ollie Davis, and this is the Moustache Talk News.
Support WrestleTalk!
Get exclusive bonus videos over at patreon.com/WrestleTalk. Happy Survivor Series week, everybody. May you have your next 6 days full of great go-home angles, Black Friday deals, and Rhea Ripley occasionally very angrily shouting, "War Games!" Make sure to subscribe to us here at WrestleTalk and enable notifications to always on, because we've got daily news videos building to the show, a podcast review of the Go-Home Raw tomorrow, and live reactions this Saturday night for Survivor Series itself. The biggest reveal for the PLE so far happened on last Friday's episode of SmackDown, where the wise man Paul Heyman returned to WWE to support his true tribal chief Roman Reigns against Solo Sikoa's New Blood faction. Sadly, Heyman didn't announce himself as the final member of the OG Bloodline War Games team, instead beckoning CM Punk down to the ring to be the surprise fifth man. The segment has done incredibly well online, with the Punk reveal clip currently sitting at 2.9 million views on YouTube. And WWE has apparently told the Wrestling Observer that across all forms of social media, it's had 50 million views. Most of those are me. It also saw another return backstage, with Fightful Select reporting that Michael P.S. Hayes produced the segment. Hayes has been the main producer for anything involving the Bloodline over the years, but he had been on a leave of absence for the last month for personal reasons. Additionally, the show's Bloodline segments were listed as being written by Michael Kirschenbaum and Colin Clark. Punk's reveal was a great example of long-term logical storytelling. Seth Rollins ended up being a red herring because he wouldn't just team up with Roman after everything that's gone down between them. And Punk is the original Paul Heyman guy. Punk's come to get revenge for his mentor, not to help Roman in any way. But impressively, this story is actually over 2 decades in the making, as Punk has shared a picture of him, Roman, the Usos, Sami Zayn and Heyman together when they were all teenagers on his Instagram. What a 100% authentic shot. Wait a second. What's that on Sami's face? Okay, I guess we're doing this now. Here's another moustache break for the amazing people who've supported us for Movember so far. I want to thank you, Carlos, Dom Jack and Michael Chunk, going in the comments right now. You can get your own moustache break by donating to our Movember page and emailing proof of your donation and a picture of your moustache to support@WrestleTalk.com. Moustache. But Punk's reveal doesn't just make sense for where WWE has been. It's going to fuel where they plan on going in the future, as Worked Wrestling have reported. CM Punk joining Team OG Bloodline will be used as fuel in the Rollins-Punk feud in the future, with Punk citing that he stepped up to help when Rollins didn't. Still heading towards that Mania match. Punk vs Rollins was originally the plan for WrestleMania 40, which is why Seth did his work shoot anger angle at the end of last year's War Games main event at Punk's WWE return. I just hope their families can get tickets to watch it. The last 2 years have seen WWE consistently beat their own business records, be it consecutive runs of sellout TV tapings, record gates for the arena shows, or the most watched WrestleMania of all time with Mania 40. The company is a hot ticket right now. And if anyone has ever tried to get seats at the Robbie Williams Stadium tour, you know that hot tickets mean you're going to have to take out a loan, fraudulently create a second Klarna account, maybe sell a kidney. They're expensive. Seats at WWE shows have become a very valuable commodity, so the company has significantly restricted one of their long-time perks. Fightful Select is reporting that with ticket prices reaching an all-time high, WWE are not giving out as many free tickets or comp tickets to their wrestlers and staff as they used to. In recent weeks, this restriction has hit an all-time high. Talent and staff have communicated to WWE their frustrations on no longer being able to get comp tickets for friends and family. WWE higher-ups say it's a product of their success of late and chalk it up to being a hot ticket. Apparently, rather than receive comp tickets like they have done in the past, talent are now given a pre-sale link that their families and friends can use to buy their own tickets. This new change in policy hasn't been communicated to staff in writing, causing some confusion and bad feelings. And one talent even said they had their comp tickets approved months in advance, but were asked to pay for them the week of the show. Yep, that's WWE, the company that reportedly made $1.7 billion over the last year. This is speculated to be a directive not from WWE management, but from their parent company, TKO. Since the merger deal was finalized last September, TKO have implemented rules and measures to squeeze as much revenue as possible from WWE, which has included cutting so-called B and C level town live events, increasing the amount of taped TV episodes, mass layoffs of back office staff as UFC and WWE's teams were merged, and now even not giving out as many free tickets to their performers, friends and family. Endeavor, the parent company of WWE's parent company, Keep Up, implemented this practice on the UFC after they first bought the MMA organization. I know. Shock-breaking news, billion-dollar corporation only cares about money. However, that does have to come with a balance of how they treat their performers, as those performers are currently the ones behind making all that money! On last Friday's episode of SmackDown, Jade Cargill was taken out backstage while her tag team champion partner Bianca Belair was wrestling Chelsea Green and Blair Davenport in the women's US title tournament. We never got to see who the attacker was. WWE then announced an almost comical amount of kayfabe injuries, with a diagnosis that sounded like a Law & Order autopsy report. Deep lumbar paraspinal muscle contusions, a bruised kidney, a sprained MCL in her right knee, a tibial plateau bone bruise of her right knee, and facial lacerations. According to the Wrestling Observer, the reason WWE piled on the kayfabe injuries to Cargill is because they expect her to be out for a minimum of 3 months, maybe longer, and this is a cover for a legitimate injury she sustained. As this Friday's episode of SmackDown was actually taped after last Friday's show, we already know Jade has been replaced in her US title tournament triple threat match by Lash Legend. A smart decision considering their hoss fight interactions over the women's tag belts at Crown Jewel, and that Bayley will be taking Jade's place on the babyface women's War Games team for Survivor Series. It's speculated that, with Cargill expected to be out for so long, her and Belair will have to relinquish their women's tag team championships. Which probably means, get your tissues ready, wrestling fans. It's your favourite thing. Oh, it's another tournament. With the US title tournament, that means, it's a double tournament. Oh yeah. Oh my God, what's happening? No, could it be? No, that's potentially too much. Oh, triple tournament! AEW have announced the brackets for their second annual Continental Classic tournament, which has 2 groups of round-robin tables, so everyone faces everyone from their group, with the winners of each group fighting for the Continental Championship in the final, a belt currently held by Kazuchika Okada, which automatically goes on the line for this tournament, but can be defended in normal singles matches throughout the rest of the year. Whack bat. Just make it for the #1 contender shot for the world title at Revolution. Your brackets are: in the blue Dabba Deba Dadai side, reigning champion Kazuchika Okada, Kyle Fletcher, the Beast Mortos, Mark Briscoe, Shelton Benjamin, and interestingly, the new TNT champion Daniel Garcia. Maybe he can win and merge the belts. Hopefully. Please make that happen. And in the gold bracket, there's Will Ospreay, Juice Robinson, Brody King, Ricochet, Claudio Castagnoli, and Darby Allin. The tournament starts on this Wednesday's Dynamite and will conclude at the World's End pay-per-view on the 28th of December. You might have been hoping AEW's Ricky Starks could have made his return to the promotion in that tournament. After last August, he was one of the company's brightest rising stars, having an excellent last-minute change strap match against Bryan Danielson at All Out and winning the tag team titles with Big Bill. But Starks hasn't been featured on AEW TV since April. Amidst rumours WWE want to sign him and reports that he turned down creative for Big Bill to turn heel on him. And now, in the latest development, on the same night that AEW was hosting Full Gear in New Jersey on Saturday, Starks appeared at a GCW show down the road to cut this in-ring promo. One thing about me, passion runs through my blood, and I will be damned if I sit at home and get frozen out. I'll be damned if I sit at home and let my career dwindle. I am 34 years old. I am healthy, I am goddamn good looking, and most importantly, I am a generational superstar. According to Backstage reports, however, this could be a good old-fashioned worky McWorkface. Fightful Select is reporting Starks was backstage at Full Gear later that evening, where he was warmly greeted behind the scenes. Additionally, AEW talent have to get any indie show appearances signed off on by management, so it's likely Tony Khan himself approved of Starks going to GCW and saying what he did, in a very similar way to Jack Perry tearing up his AEW contract on a New Japan Strong show earlier this year before his AEW return. Our brand new WrestleTalk original documentary went up at the weekend. You can watch Who Really Killed TNA right now by clicking the link in the video description below. Here's a clip.
Now, I know what you're saying to yourself. Luke, you handsome and knowledgeable buffoon, what are you talking about? TNA is still in business. And you're right, it is. And isn't that actually quite stunning? Pretty much since the company's start, commentators and pundits have predicted TNA's downfall. It'll only be around for 2 years, they'd say. There's no way they'll be around in another year's time, others would add. Even when the company started to make waves and got a big TV deal, there was still a lot of talk about how TNA would be dead pretty much very soon.